Hello again, it's Colton. I decided today I'm going to talk about what it was like to let my mom know that I was transgender and how she reacted and like where I feel like we are now. Um, I go to a school where we leave for camping trips for about 5 days, 4 or 5 days, uh, and in at the end of October, I was going to New Mexico for 4 days with my junior class, and probably about a month before, a month and a half before, I had been becoming more comfortable with my gender and realizing that there was nothing wrong with being trans, and um, I had told people, but I was still really scared to tell my mom. And I mean, makes sense. Telling your parents that is a really scary thing. And admittedly, I kind of chickened out. I pretty much wrote a letter to my mom saying, "Hey, I'm trans. I'm sorry I couldn't tell you in person. Uh, love, Zoe." And left it on her table when I left for New Mexico. Well, I didn't hear from my mom the whole time while we were on the trip, which was scary enough in itself because I took that as she didn't know how to handle it or she didn't know what to do. But I came home and nothing was different. She didn't mention it. She didn't say, "Oh, well, I'm here to support you." She didn't say, "I can't believe you're doing this." She didn't react at all, which in some cases is even more scary than, like, actually reacting. But because of the school that I go to, because of it being so small, we're all very close, and all the staff, talks to the students on a friendly adult level. And I told my crew leader, which is practically homeroom, how I was feeling about the fact that I need my mom through this transition. Like, it's scary enough to try and go through all these changes yourself, but to not have a mom beside you when that happens is even more terrifying. And she told me that I needed to try and sit down with my mom and explain that I know it's scary for her and I know that she's just trying to keep my best interest in mind, but I was still scared to do it because I felt like since she hadn't yet reacted about it, that if I brought it up to her or if I tried to sit down and talk with her about it, then she was going to either not react very well and like shut down, or I don't know. I was just terrified. But finally, we sat down and it was late one night, and I sat in her room and I was like, "Look, Mom, I know that it's scary for you to try and accept that the daughter you've known for 16 years is now gonna be your son, but I need my mom, and I know it's scary for you, but you have to know that it's 10 times scarier for me." And she told me basically that she was scared for me because she didn't want me to have to deal with all of the hate and everything that's bound to happen, um, and that she just wasn't comfortable with it because she was losing her daughter. But I tried to explain that she may be losing a daughter, but she's gaining a son, and that was one of the hardest conversations I've ever had with my mom, because it was really opening up to her and letting her know that this is me and I want to have a relationship with you even though I'm going through like all of these changes. And I don't know, I think parents just want the best for their children. They don't want to have to see them hurt. They don't want to see them spend their whole life in turmoil or being made fun of or being hated on because of who they are. But I also think that our generation needs to step forward and build a relationship with the adults in their life and their parents in their life, and let them know that you're still their child, whether you're a boy or a girl or whatever you want to identify as, you're still their child. And I think that's the biggest thing that parents need to know. So that would be, I guess, my advice to anyone who wants to come out to their parents, is just let them know that you understand it's scary for them. You understand that they feel like they're losing a child, but you need them. I didn't tell my dad because he and I don't have much of a relationship. He lives in Utah. I live in Arizona. I haven't spoken to him for almost 6 months now, and when I came out to him about being a lesbian about a year ago, I don't want to say he didn't take it well, but he didn't take it the way, he didn't seem to have open arms about it, and he told me that he wanted to have grandchildren and he wants to see me grow up and be happy, and I tried to explain to him that I'm happy as I am, and he didn't really accept that. So the thought of me like coming out to him now is gives me a thought that he's not gonna be okay with it. So hopefully someday, maybe when I'm 18, I'll be able to go back and sit him down and explain to him where his daughter went. But as of right now, I just haven't, I don't know, I guess I'm just not gonna tell him. But just remember that you are strong and it gets better. Even if you feel like your parents don't accept you and you're scared, just remember there are other people out there that are here for you, that understand what you're going through, and will always be there to help. Hope you guys have a good day.